This segment contains images that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're about to witness something very shocking, something very disturbing this morning, something that none of us would ever see in countries like Ireland or in any part of the civilized world, to be honest. And this is really, I suppose, the fallout of the economic impact of Chernobyl on little Belarus, who's suffering so greatly. And this is something that I am not looking forward to this morning. I'm actually very, very disturbed by what we have to witness.
Today we will have some operations, tonsillectomy. It's happened every day and in this operating room. And sometimes our surgeons have maybe 7 or 10 operations in one day.
Садись поудобнее, садись. Сиди спокойненько.
Не надо меня.
У нас стульчик шатается, ты упадешь. Не надо, не плачь, мы тебя потом отведем в палату. Не плачь. Переодевается, сестра. Не плачь. Дай мне ручку. Не плачь.
Я не буду ничего трогать. Почему?
У нас стульчик шатается, понимаешь, ты можешь упасть. Не надо плакать, мы тебя отвяжем.
All operations are made without special anesthesia because our conditions in this operating room don't allow us to use anesthesia.
Зачем закрывать глаза?
Свет яркий у нас, свет яркий. Ну, видишь, какой зайчик.
Тихо, тихо, все, молодец, молодец.
Always it's big panic for children, and certainly it's big panic for doctors and nurses as well.
Тихо, 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 тихо. Все.
Every operation is big trouble, with bleeding, with crying, and it's big stress for everybody who are in this operation room. Always when I see this operation, my heart is broken to see how child is suffered from this operation. But unfortunately, it's our life, it's our conditions, and we have to do this.
Words fail to describe what we've witnessed here in this operating theatre this morning. You want to be stoned not to have been moved by what we've just witnessed. I found this experience absolutely traumatic, distressing beyond description. That last little boy was saying, "Why are you doing this to me? Please don't cover my eyes." And then he was describing how terribly painful it was. I mean, I really had a real sort of choking sense, and his fear was very, very obvious throughout the procedure, no matter how swift it was. It was something that no child should ever have to go through. I really, really felt his pain today, and I just feel, you know, we've got to intervene in some way to make sure that this procedure doesn't have to continue in the future.
Идем, 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 идем. Тихо, тихо. Все, не плачь.
My men here. How are you doing, Damien? Good to see you, darling. How are you? Great to see you. Well, welcome back. How are you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you. How are the crew?
Fine.
Yeah, they're all, are they exhausted? Wrecked.
4 hours ago, they were stepping off an inbound flight from Shannon. For the next 3 weeks, they'll work on this huge project. It's one of many funded by the €70 million Irish people have sent here since the Chernobyl accident.
When we first came here 8 years ago, I can't describe to you what we found here. I mean, first of all, you opened the front door and your nostrils were assaulted with disgusting smells of human excrement, human decay. The children's beds were soaked in urine and their own waste. The beds were falling apart, held together with bits of timber and bits of twine. And worst of all was the decay of the children. And the death rate was so high. We just didn't even know where to start here.
It's going to make her better. It's going to make you better. It'll take away the pain.
The children were malnourished. The children's immune systems had so deteriorated. They were full of infections because the place was so appallingly dirty. And we kind of said, well, do we start at the building or do we actually start with the care of the children? And we decided to work from the children out. We started to try and reduce the number of deaths, which we have slowly but surely done. And then after that, once we put in the quality of care for the children, we said we'd work on the physical building itself to make it healthy, to make it beautiful. And now you see all this extraordinary work going on. I mean, it actually is a pleasure to be here. I used to be frightened of coming here, and now I call it Hotel Vesnova, because this is the place where children are happy, where the children are educated, where the children are loved.
We're finished here. All we have to do is wash down the tiles, wash down the floor, small bit of skirting board.
I suppose it's absolutely full on, like, when we wake up in the morning here, like, it's not a question of, Jesus, it's not about money, like, it's just good for you, like, isn't it? You don't feel like, even though at home that I wouldn't work these hours, not at home, not anymore, like, no matter how much I be paid around here, it's, I don't know, it is unusual, like, when you don't work for money, it's just easy.
You know the reason kind of why you're out here, like, you're able to kind of give a bit back, and like, I suppose I have to admit, like, things have been kind of good for me at home, work-wise, like, I've had plenty of work the last couple of years, and I've done all right, like, and I've been pretty blessed at home, to be quite honest, like, so I'm glad to be able to give a bit back, and as I said, like, there's times out you can go over in the morning or in the evening just to see the kids, and you see kind of what they are going through, like, and how they are kind of suffering, the kind of pain. And the physical kind of pain, even though they're smiling all the time, which is amazing, like, and just to see those things, it just kind of keeps us spirits up and keep you going.